Oh, Mark Hamill. I used to worry that somebody's one day is going to tell him that he's a cultural icon because he doesn't seem to be aware of it. Um, he is just. It's funny. I don't know how to describe him now because I used up all the words with JG. But Mark is just such. He's a regular guy. B, he's really smart. I mean, the guy that would. He was a guy that was always reading something in between takes. He'd always bring in a book or a newspaper, and just as down to earth as you could possibly imagine. He's a big family man. He loves his family. I told him that my kid was afraid of horror movies, and he said, "Well, you just need to show him the right one." He said, my nieces and nephews and kids always loved what was it? It was Abbott and Costello Meet
Yeah,
Frankenstein, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out for it." And so he brings it in with him one day.
yeah.
He's like, here's Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein." And I'm like, Mark Hamill just loaned me a DVD. I have to keep it in a bank vault. Uh, but he's a great guy, and he's it must be odd for him to be so set in stone as Luke Skywalker because he's done so many amazing things. He was on Broadway playing the lead in Amadeus. You know, he's been in movies and TV shows, and of course he's famous for voicing the Joker.
Yes.
But yeah, just a regular guy. We'd walk out of CN shooting the shit with each other, and as the two old guys in the cast. And yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah, it's he's so I still go and pick up my comics. New comics come out every Wednesday, and
Yeah,
Batman is on my pull list. And then whenever they do, he hasn't been too much in the stories in the last few years. He pops up every once in a while,
yeah,
but he is still the voice when I read Batman in my head and shit. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman from the Batman animated series, and Mark Hamill, the voice of the Joker, are still the two voices that I hear whenever Batman. I'm reading a panel of Batman. I'm reading a panel of Joker. Whether it's homicidal maniac Joker, a very cartoony Joker, Mark Hamill is still the voice I hear as Joker.
yeah,
Um, and just to hear, like I've heard a few stories like that where he's just like he doesn't. I wonder if he knows he was Luke Skywalker because it's just
yeah.
this dude is so fucking famous and it just doesn't seem like it bothers him. It doesn't seem like it's his
Right.
thing. He's just a normal, humble guy. So,
His,
it's
his, a quick true story about Mark. He I wanted his autograph, right? And we were all at San Diego Comic Con. Mark was not there for a regular show. He was there for some science fiction thing he did, and Star Wars. And he was signing. Well, he was there because he was Mark, and he was signing. And I think he was getting $300 a signature at that time. I think, and and I had my cash in my hand. I was ready to pay him because I'm like, I want his autograph. The fact that I work with him shouldn't play into that. Like, I'm not going to be like, hey, give me a discount because I see you every week. And we stood in line. They had a very slick setup where you parted with your money long before you got to Mark,
yeah.
and so I paid, and we got up to him, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I want your autograph." And not only did he insist on giving us back our money, giving me and my wife back our money, but then he tries to throw the attention on me. He's like, "Hey everybody, it's William Salyers Rigby from the regular show," because that's just who he is. That's just the kind of guy he is.
Such a beautiful